Okay, in this video, if you look at the timeline, I'm going to take you to two websites. If we scroll down, all right, you can do these two on your own, or you can watch this video, which will be posted right here. So you can find it if you're watching this video, then you already know that. All right, so if we go to the first one, the first thing we get is to try to graph the derivative. Okay, so we're looking at this black where my cursor's on, and that's the graph, and we want the derivative. So the easiest thing I like to do is look for where that derivative is 0. Remember, derivative is the slope of the tangent line. And so we want this point to come up here to be 0. Okay, same thing right here. We want that to be 0. Same at this max. We want the derivative, that's going to be 0. Now I think, okay, if this graph is increasing, that has a positive slope. How positive? I'm just going to guess for now. Okay, and then from this maximum all the way down to this minimum, I have a negative slope. So all of these points, looks like it's the biggest right in the middle. All of these points should be below. Now from this minimum all the way up to this maximum, I have a positive slope. So therefore I have a positive derivative. And again, it looks like it gets the biggest right in the middle. That should be above as well. Okay, so I don't know how accurate I am, so let's check the accuracy, 59%. So one thing that I could do is kind of make this bend out a little bit more maybe. I can check again, and 66, so that was good. So maybe make this look more like a curve. This is really hard to get. That's 68, so it only helped it a little bit. Maybe move this, that's not quite so high. So you can do some things and play around, and now if the number goes down, what you did was wrong. And then you can click show results and see I wasn't that far off. It was pretty good. Oh yeah, that should have been down there. I missed that. Okay, so, and then you can reset the graph and try again. So I want you to try that one on your own. The other website is about identifying the derivative. All right, and so this time you're not having to draw it, so you think it's going to be, excuse me, you think it's going to be easier, but it's not quite. But you have a graph here. Again, I would look at the graph and identify the maxes and mins. That's where the derivative should be 0. Okay, here we should have 0. The graph should be crossing the axis right about between -3 and -2. And that looks like the middle one is the best one. I'm going to go ahead and just guess. Yes, okay. If you had picked the wrong one, it would say no. Okay, and then you can reset the graphs and try again. So for both of these websites, I want you to practice them. I want you to do as much as you need to do to get good at identifying the derivative and graphing the derivative.